Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. My name's Jade, and this is How to App on iOS. And today, we are looking at AU3FX PeakQ. Gonna get our EQ on today, but first, we're gonna start making some lemonade. With the one, the only, we're gonna enjoy a jam from SM Borthwick. Let's do it. Yeah. Howdy, partner. Man, you can't beat that wink at the end there, the tip of the hat. Brilliant stuff as always. SM Borthwick. Go and check out his channel. Go and find him on SoundCloud. Not SoundCloud, on all the streaming services. Or you can probably find him on SoundCloud as well. Go and find him on Apple Music, Spotify, all that stuff. Go get his music. Go do a search. Find the interview I did with him a little while back. It's a really good interview, if I don't say so myself, because the subject matter is fantastic. SM Borthwick making lemonade. Go over to his channel, hit the sub button for more groovy stuff. Hey guys, I hope you're all doing well. There's his YouTube channel right there. And there's plenty of stuff for you to go and watch over there. I hope you're all doing well. How to App on iOS is the name of the show. My name's Jade, where every day we look at apps, stuff, gear, all kinds of fare. Yesterday we even talked about some really serious stuff. You never know what's going to happen. And do interviews on the weekend, on the end of the week. Got a really good one this week. A big international celebrity superstar musician all the way from Minneapolis, Venus to Mars, who has a massive history playing rock and roll around the world in a band called All the Pretty Horses before she went solo. She's absolutely incredible. If you love David Bowie, you're going to want to see this. If you love punk metal, metal rock, she's done it all. She's an incredible artist. And there may be some nudity. Yes, I know, there may be. Good stuff. Alrighty, let's do this stuff. We have a Facebook group. It's right there. It's called We'll Rise Together. You can head over and join it and be a part. And people share their music. There's updates on apps and stuff like that. It's all pretty cool stuff. Shows streamed daily over at the Twitch on twitch.tv/howtoapp on iOS. I also have a Patreon at patreon.com/Jade Starr, where you can join up and I master your music on the weekend. We talk shit about stuff. You never know what's going to happen in those shows, and do a bunch of app giveaways. And today's app will be one of those that will be given away this weekend, which is cool McCool. Also, here's the YouTube channel right there. Maybe it's going to come up. There it is. YouTube.com/Jade Starr. Please hit the like. Do all that stuff. You can share it and subscribe if you haven't already. If you're watching on the replay, welcome to you. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. I try and keep the content not only app-centric, but around mental health and music and creating things and performances and interesting artists on the show. So it's not just about apps, but it focuses from apps and spreads out to everything around apps, yeah? Because I saw somebody on Facebook left a comment on one of my videos yesterday saying, how to app, like roll my eyes, and it was a comment on my live performance. It's like, it's a bit deeper than apps, man. Apps don't control the world, yeah? It's not all just about apps. It's about what you can do with apps. It's about, unless you just want to have a shopping mall where you just like look at apps all day and just pick one and then put it on your shelf and do nothing. I'll bet that person who wrote that too was one of those people who just buys apps and makes fuck all with them, yeah? That's not what we want to promote here. We want people to grab apps and do things with them, actually make things, be accomplished, yeah? All right, rant over. Sorry, guys. Let's say hello to people in the chat, and then we'll get down to today's apparoonie. Hello to Russ. So stick around too. Russ, hopefully, we're going to do a new thing at the end of the show. Russ, so look out for it. You never know when it's going to pop in. Look out for it in the chat. Russ is going to pop in a link into a track that he thinks is really cool, and you guys should check out. It'll be Russ's pick of the day. It's like Super the Day, but it's Russ's pick of the day. So... something like that. So watch out for it if you're watching the live chat, because you never know when it's going to pop up. Hello, Cy. Always effing good to see you. Ed Zielinski. Hello to Joe Glenn. Hello. Thomas Christ, has always missed you, my friend. Hello to Tremor Bear. Scott Borthwick, SM Borthwick. Yeah, I do need a sound effect. I'll try and do it for tomorrow. I'll have a little musical interlude for Russ's song of the day. I'll definitely do that. So, yeah, picked straight from Russ's nose, as Sith Vasquez. I said it, as Sith said. And hi, Sith. Hope you're doing well. Hello, Stuart Hewitt. Hope you're doing well too. Who else do I see who's here? Oh, of course. Deep Gravity. Man, he gets deeper every day. Hello also to... Man, I've lost my train of thought. I have no idea what's going on this morning. Hello, Gary Hubbs. Good to see you, Gary. And Dave Fox. Audible Video is here as well. I've got chat on both sides today. Metalhead Hippie, what's going on? Hope you're enjoying your break. Boom. You so deserve it, so I hope you're enjoying that. Poor old Ron's getting swamped with songs since you left. He's having a nervous breakdown on his show too. Don't know if anyone caught Ron's show yesterday. It was hilarious. I haven't laughed so much in ages. Thanks, Ron, for the giggles. It was good stuff. What is going on? Have I got everybody? I think I've got most people here today. I think I'll get you all. Yeah. If I've missed you, call me a dick in the chat and I'll be good. Alrighty, price drops or anything like that. Do we have any? There doesn't seem to be much because it's early in the year and everybody got price dropped out around Christmas. Maze Rider, $5.99, $3.99. Red Shrike, I don't actually have this. It's an AUv3 Plugin synth, which is $9.99 to $7.99. Fly tape, $5.99 to $1.99. I did a show on that if you want to catch up with it. So bass leveler and a lot of this digital. It's Steve. Did I say Steven? Did I say Stuart Hewitt? What the fuck, man? What's wrong with these glasses? Stephen Hewitt. Stuart Hewitt. I was like, Stuart Hewitt? What? I'm so sorry, Stephen. Smack me in the head. Smack me around the head. Oh, Jesus Christ. What the hell? There, is that better? You got to slap me around a bit. Hopefully that feels better. A few punches in the head. Everything's good. Alrighty, they're the price drops. Let's get out of that. I won't make that mistake again. So, what are we looking at today? What do we look at every fucking time? Do I do it every fucking time? I blame it being so early in the fucking morning. All right, it is 8 a.m. here. Man. Let's talk about today's app. So, today's app is AU3FX PeakQ. PeakQ. It is an EQ app. It is made by the wonderful Kymatica, who make the amazing AudioShare and AUM, which most people know. In amongst these, you can see there are 4 other apps in this this AU3FX series. I've done shows on all of them. So AU3FX Push, Dub, and Space, and accordingly, Space is a reverb, Dub is a delay, and Push is a compressor. And today's is an EQ. And what's good about these apps is that they are incredibly lightweight, super lightweight, really fantastic to use in your mixes with with projects, because you can have a whole heap of them, and they take hardly any processing power, and they're high quality. You know they're high quality because they've come from Kymatica. Really, really good stuff. Hello, Brad Example. Good to see you. Hello, Jim Shannon on Sounds. Thanks, Cy, for popping that link in there. There's a link to Kymatica's apps on the App Store. Definitely check them out. You know, if you've got AudioShare, you know how amazing their apps are already. If you've used AUM, really high quality. And these, just to give you a history lesson too, these apps were released long ago, but they were only inter-app audio. So very slowly, not very slowly, actually, he's done a great job, Jonathan, to get these out. He's remade them and made them AUv3 for everybody. Sure, you've had to buy them again, but you got to remember, when these were made years and years ago, AUv3 didn't exist. So trying to add the code to these old apps would have been impossible. So instead, he's gone back and made really solid brand new versions of them. There's the price. It's $5. It's not going to break the bank. If you're looking at something, if you're using something like LRC7, which is free and has, absolutely fine, since I did that terrible review of it and botched it, and then it had some issues and then it got fixed. If you're using that for a free EQ or something like GarageBand EQ or whatever, this is the perfect upgrade, as you will see. So only $5. Here it is on the App Store. There it is there, and really, really beautiful to look at. And if you're not, you're not wanting to jump up and buy something like, the pro stuff, the Pro Q and all this stuff, this is perfect. Yeah. Doesn't show in Loopy. I was going to try it in Loopy. So we'll give that a go. Because let's talk about that before we move on to. That's why I wanted to get over here into the App Store. Loopy has had an update as well. Touching on Interapp Audio, because Interapp Audio has just been added to a Loopy update. So now you can actually, zoom in a bit there, added support for Interapp audio effects and audio sources in Loopy. So this is one of the free updates that you get for paying for it. So don't stress and be like, oh my God, do I have to pay extra? Added search fields in the effects audio source pickers. That is really, really awesome. Fantastic. Because when you go and search for AUv3s to add in there, I found it incredibly hard to keep flicking through and searching for it. But this is really cool. And there's another thing here, fix some issues with AUv3FX MIDI sources like MIDI Guitar 2. So definitely some nice updates there to Loopy. But let's jump in and play with this. And, you know, remember, this is an EQ. There's really not much to like show you today because it's an EQ. So I'm just going to be playing it across a few different styles of music, across a couple of projects, some finished songs that haven't been mastered yet, just to show you what you can do. And yeah, there's a bundle for the AU3FX apps, although bizarrely it's cheaper for me to buy them separately. You know what that could be? Sometimes the App Store doesn't update in time. And yeah, it takes a little bit to filter through before it updates, and who knows? Man, it's the App Store. Oh, I can't make excuses for the App Store. The App Store's shocking, man, sometimes. Alrighty. What I might do also is whack this on some distortion at the end, and I might break out my new guitar and have a bit of a noodle, yeah? But size put here, it's $14.99 for all 4 apps anyway. All right, so let's open up AUM, and I've got an acoustic track here. And so here is AU3FX. Shall we have a look at it? We'll have a talk about it before we play some music. Pretty self-explanatory if you have ever used EQ, and I'm sure most of you have. It's a 4-band EQ. It's parametric. And you can drag your finger across, so you can take the 4 points here and drag as you will. So really easy to use. 4 bands. Nice and simple to move around. And as you can see, as I move it, you can see the level sliders underneath moving with my finger movements. So you've got 2 options to control these, with the sliders down the bottom or with your fingers across the top. Let's go back over here. You have down the bottom your in and out. You have an output level here, so you can see your input and your output. This is an overall output level over to the far right down the bottom. You have a gain for each of your bands. You can turn them on and off as you will, so they all have so you can keep maybe just a 3-band scenario set up if you would like. So you've got that option as well. Let's turn them all back on. When you're using the sliders, this is so you can see and this should give you a little bit of an education in how EQ works, because I hear Pete talk about this on Studio Live today, and the way how I talk about EQ as well, right? Remember, EQ isn't like always changing frequencies. You are adding volume to these frequencies. And as you can see, this app really shows you that plainly in English. Gain. You are adding gain. There's 24 dB of gain I am adding to the low end. So you can see here, as I'm turning these up, that is gain. That is gain that you are adding to your mix. So not only are you EQing this, so every time you play around with these and think, oh, that's a really good mix, all of those have gain added, and you can see 3.1 dB, 2.8 dB, 6.8 dB, 9.6 dB. These are all contributing to your overall mix. So that is why sometimes you're putting together a song, yeah, and you've gone in there and you've added all of these beautiful EQs to everything, and then you go back to mix it down and everything's fucking too loud. It's because you are adding gain to your EQ. So that is why when you have a look at many videos across YouTube or great people who have knowledge on engineering, mastering and mixing, baby steps, man. Less is more. Very small touches, because these are frequencies that you're messing with, and you don't want to, destroy your sound and take too much out. Wait, this brain can't seem to digest is what knee means. Knee is what you need to concentrate for. Knee is what I what I give to people when they shit me right in the chin. I think more knee is a part of compression. So let's talk about these other controls here. So you also have frequency, and you can see as we move left and right, we are moving along the frequency range. So you can see along the bottom here, 20 hertz down to up to 20k of hertz. Yeah. So I can move this all the way across to about a third of the way. And you are seeing the hertz moving across. So when you hear people say, remove, say, 100 hertz of bass, there you go. There is removing 100 hertz of bass. You can see the numbers along the bottom here. It's taking out the low end. So this is how you do that. And you can see along here, what's really great is these frequencies give you a readout down the bottom. So this is a really nice EQ, but we haven't even hit play yet. And when we hit play, what's really cool is there's an analyzer in here, which is fantastic for removing those annoying frequencies that can fuck up your mix. Hello, Zach. I hope you're doing well. So yeah, all of these bands have the same stuff, except band 1 and band 3 are your low cut and high cut. Yeah. So as you can see, there's your cuts. So there's a low cut, and then down this end, you have your high cuts. So you're cutting out your highs at the end. The two middle bands have an added level down the bottom. So they have this Q, which is why the app's called PeakQ. So you can actually tighten up the range here. So if you have a look, when I go add gain to band 3, you can see it's adding levels there, it's adding gain there, or it's subtracting. But if I turn up the Q down the bottom, we are pinching in and we are honing in on specific frequencies in here, really tight on frequencies. So if there's something up here, right in this position, which sounds awful, right? When you're looking at it, you can actually hone in on this and you can pull that out of your mix. You can you can rip that out of there. So you can get really precise with the Qs on this. So that is where you get your parametric EQ. And you have two bands of this. So you can see the difference between the two. Once the Q is turned up, it's very tight and hones in on there. And the open no Q down here set to 1, it's got a much broader, wider range, yeah? So I hope that if you're thinking about understanding a little bit more about EQ, I hope that helps. Let's set this back to flat. So they're all the controls, man. That's all you need to know. Pretty simple stuff. What's really cool too, if you notice, you can bring it back to flat really easy. So you've got up the top here a whole bunch of presets, which are very kind. And if you just click on your presets and hit flat, everything goes back to flat. You can add presets up here as well just by hitting the plus, saving your name. So you can add your own presets. You get a few presets in there. Are they a good place to start? Yeah, of course. So that's handy to always have some presets in there to maybe start from somewhere. If you have a look at one of them too, if we go to the acoustic one, there's not too much going on there, So this acoustic one has a bit of lows added to it, but you're not ever seeing anything that's crazy stuff like this. If you've got EQs that look like that, you might want to go back and re-record some of your music. It depends. I mean, if you're doing some really crazy noise shit, but if you've got an acoustic guitar that has an EQ like that on it, you might want to go back and re-record. But not always. So we've got a flat mix here. Let's play some guitar. Now, the thing is with showing EQ apps on a demo is it's going to be hard to hear the subtle differences, really, because not only are you hearing, just a guitar I'm going to play here, and things, the best EQs are the most subtle EQs, yeah? So because there's such subtle differences, plus the beauty of YouTube's algorithm squashing everything down, I will, do some extreme stuff so you can hear exactly what's going on. But let's have a listen to this guitar, maybe. If I hit play. Peppy recorded this earlier. So let's play with the low end. So we've cut out about 14 dB there in low end, about 100 hertz, you can see down here. Because what happens with acoustic guitars, they get really muddy if they're in a mix. It sounds great by itself. In a mix, you might want to pull it back to there or something. So here's our second band. Really responsive app here. Our third band's, we've got some brightness in here. And our fourth band is a high cut, so you can hear, we can pull out all that high end. We can give it all that air. It's way too much air. You can hear the extremes. Let's see what the acoustic preset sounds like on here. So really subtle stuff. You can barely hear the difference in there. But where it counts always, and it's hard to explain, is that in a mix is where it's important, because what's beautiful about EQ is you're removing out frequencies that are clashing with other instruments, and you're creating space in a room for instruments to have their place in the pecking order, but become one and actually, sound magical. So let's show you, we'll find so what I'm going to do is in peak 3 here, band 3, so I'm going to turn up the Q. And you can find peaks in you can find sounds in your tracks and pull that out, and it's so tight, yeah? So hear that ringing in there, and now I can take the gain using the level and pull that out instead of using my finger and get really pinpoint precise, and I can just pull that out of there. So you can really get tight and pull out those unwanted frequencies that are fucking annoying, yeah? Now in my headphones, I can hear that frequency's gone. When I bring that back, you may not on YouTube because of compression and stuff, but it's such a difference. It's, again, it's not much, it's a frequency, but in a mix it's going to be amazing. So the beauty of this app definitely is its simplicity. It's really nice to look at. Having an equalizer is fucking amazing for the price that you're getting. Wonderful stuff. Let's jump out of this. And I think, do I have another? Let's jump into something else, because I have, what do we got? We have like this blues thing here. So we've got a bunch of instruments. There's 4 instruments in here, and this is the mix without any EQ or anything. And I've used this a bunch of times. So we've got some individual tracks. Let's just brighten this up a bit. And remember, you have an output level down the bottom here as well. So if it needs a bit of gain, you can do this as well. I'll be doing it like I normally do, Hippie, at the beginning of a show, probably tomorrow. So again, subtle, but again, all this is going to make sense in the mix. So I'm going to bring in, where are we? Let's see what we can do with these drums. Just brighten them up a bit. So I'm going to bring in the bass. Let's go in and do a preset here, because there's a we've got a treble boost. Let's try these. We've got a loudness. And these again are going to be all quite subtle, yeah? That's nice. So it's taken out a bit of that high, that bit of that top end there. Again, subtle, but Lovely. See you later, Jeff. Take care. So again, where the beauty is going to be in this is in your mixes. Yeah. So it's going to be. I hate doing these shows because it's hard to hear the difference. It's like doing shows on compression and EQ. You really have to like push it to over the edge so you can hear the differences over YouTube. Let's do something else. Let's do this. We'll open up a where are we? Songs. So let's open up 3 tracks from people you may know. You may know this person. This is a mixed version of one of Thomas Galane's singles before I mastered it.
Look who has awoken, a man with nothing to fear or to lose. Who begs for nothing and vows to none. Beg for nothing and vows to none. We all feel your presence. Away with your darkness, my light will shine. Cause I'll remain patient when you're out of time. While I see your piercing gaze into mine. Your sins outweigh your virtues. Pray to the gods, they won't forsake you. You'll beg for forgiveness when your life's on the line. The joke is on you, 'cause judgment is mine.
Because you might just want to brighten this up a little bit after you've done the mix. Then you can hear when I take this off and then bring it in. It's just that bit brighter in there, not too much done to it. Cool. So there's that. Let's have a listen to someone else. So someone else you may know. This is Kim Hutton Hudson. This was her last single before I mastered it. And
I can't believe we're 16.
She'd probably kill me for this if she was here. What are you doing to me? So this is the original mix.
Driving to Moody's party, riding beside me on the way to school. Listen to what we want to. I'm afraid I'll lose you this time. Will you recognize me next time? If there is one. I'm afraid, I am so afraid to lose you. Do you remember 18? I thought I'd never get to graduate. The just the weirdest thing, the way it never seems to get here, and then it disappears. What if I lose you all the time? What if last time was the last time I ever see you?
So really good for doing overall stuff before you want, if you want to just fix up a track, give it some air before you master it. But again, subtlety. Don't go over the top like what I'm doing. It'll destroy your mix. And what have we got last? A utensils thing. So my last utensils track. Make sure this is... It's a bit flat. When I mastered this, it brought out a lot of the life, but instantly, what a difference. All I did was change one thing. Sounds really flat. It's probably all I need to do to this. So that one change there, and just taking a bit of rumble out of there, just gave it a little bit more breath, just a little bit more air and a little bit more tonality in the guitars. Simple, nothing much. This app makes it incredibly easy to do that because it's simple and it looks really nice. I know Fab Filter apps are incredible. Tone boosters have incredible EQ apps, and they're expensive, I know. This is one of those apps that's a really, really solid purchase that has all the quality, has a great name behind it for cheap, for $5. If you want to just step it up and have a really nice interface, it works beautifully in GarageBand. I want to test it out in Loopy now that someone's mentioned it's not working there. Shall we do that first? Let's see if I can get it working in Loopy. This could be a nice way to do a bug report. All right, so I've got my project here, and let's bring it in on something. So what do we have? Oh, we've got a guitar track here. I think it's this one. Let's turn all these off, and we'll just turn on this guitar track. Oh, it's figure that isn't working. Ah, there you go. Sorry, I misread. There you go. But let's show it in here anyway, because, and look at this in Loopy, man. There's a search bar. Thank you, Michael. Nice stuff. I don't even need it because look, there's PeakQ. It's sitting right there in front of us. So there we go. Really easy to enter in here. We hit play. We can go full screen. Why am I not getting any changes? Oh, it's on idle. Why is that? Is it on? I don't know. What does idle mean up here? I don't know. That's weird. Am I missing something? Fucking hell. So, no? Maybe it isn't working. I haven't seen idle before. Is that a new thing that's been added? Because when I turn it off, it does nothing. That's interesting. Am I doing something wrong? I feel like someone else now asking. Nothing is being received. Yeah, that's really interesting. Why is that? Because it should be going through here. We'll try deleting it. What about if I see if I can add it to another channel? We'll see if we can add it to here. In fact, I think it's because PeakQ. Let's add it in here. And again, it says it's in idle. Let's just unmute this and make sure everything's up there. And what do we got here? That should be bringing sound through. Number 2, it's not plugged in. Let's just turn off monitoring so I don't blow your ears out. Okay, it's on in here. So we've got it working here. And I may as well do this, shall we? Let's go over here. Oh, let's pull this camera down a bit so you guys can see my new guitar. There is my new guitar. And she is sexy as fuck. Trust me. Oh, what's going on there? Why is this showing? That's really weird. I've got 2 guitars. Oh, have I got a camera over there? I'll have to fix that up. So let's change this up a bit and see how this EQ works. So we'll go full screen and Jesus. Okay, it's fair to say I love my new guitar. I spent about 2 hours on it yesterday running through my Spark amp, and it fucking sounds insane. It hasn't gone out of tune at all. Not once. I got it on Saturday. I set up the Floyd Rose. Took me half an hour to set up. First time setting up a Floyd Rose. This is off topic. I watched a shitload of YouTube videos to understand how a Floyd Rose should sit, exactly the best way to tune it, to let it stay in tune. And I haven't touched it since Saturday. So it's been 4 days. I've been playing it non-stop, pushing that whammy bar as much as I can, and it just goes back in tune every single time. Amazing. Now what you notice there is, see how, watch this. Look at AU3FX. See how it's on, right? The volume's up on my guitar. Now, I'm just going to turn the volume down on my guitar. So I'll turn the volume down, and what should happen is it should go, well, it did a second ago, it went idle. Look at that. So AUFX, oh, fuck off, dude, has gone completely idle there because no sound is coming through. So it's completely blocking it out. What a great little thing in there. That's really cool. Ace stuff. I like it. That's an interesting little thing inside of Loopy. That's really nice. So I guess that's maybe that's part of the update. It's probably been like the on-off thing. So it automatically could be because I have auto detect on as well. There you go. It's probably that for sound. That's what it would be. Let's open up a GarageBand project, shall we? Let's open up an FMC track, lastly, for today. And what do you know? An audio unit extension has quit. What a surprise, GarageBand. Why would I expect anything less of you? And that would be because I have multiple things open. So if we just kill a few things here. Let's do that. Let's just kill a few things. We'll kill GarageBand and we'll do it again. I don't know if Russ is going to do his link of the day. Maybe he's getting it ready. So what we've got here is an FMC track. We've got some guitars here. So this is the, thank you Russ, ladies and gentlemen, Russ's pick of the day is in, and it is Texas Jackdaw. He just had a premiere yesterday. Go and check it out. It's an awesome track. So go and support these amazing artists who create stuff within our community here on YouTube, across all the communities who make music and do tutorials and that kind of stuff. Check that out. You will love it after the show. It's fucking wicked, 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 wicked. Awesome. So here's one of the guitar tracks. This is the right side of FMC track. What is this song? I can't even remember. I've got a rocket for in the, this is Krusty. So you can hear in the left side, I have just the visual EQ running. Pretty basic EQ. Let me turn that off. Oops, I don't even have the right one open. Actually, we've got LRC5. So when I take off LRC5, you can hear. Just bring it to life a bit. So in this second guitar track, I've got no EQ on here. I've got, let's have a look. So there's no EQ on here whatsoever. It's got tone bridge for the guitar. And you can hear it sounds pretty dead compared to the opposite side. So let's go in and add PeakQ. And let's see what we can do to this sucker. already I can hear this a lot of more depth to that guitar. Let's turn up. So it's cutting through. And again, there's not too much that's been added there. Now we need to give it some volume. So you should be able to hear that as I'm turning that on, off and on the right-hand side, is not only is it getting volume added to it, because remember, EQ is volume, that hopefully we've got some, you can hear the definition between the two guitars on each side. That's what I'm trying to get with the EQ. Sweet. An awesome app, absolutely worth $5 entry fee. Super simple, and you know one of the good things is if you're using GarageBand, you maybe have an iPad that's a bit older, you can run heaps of instances of this because it runs at a very, 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 very low CPU needing, sucking power energy thing. Whatever that means. So really cool stuff. As I said at the beginning of the show, if you're a Patreon, I have a bunch of these to give away on the weekend. What are we looking at tomorrow? We are looking at so it looks like Jim bought, did you buy the bundle? Looks like you bought the bundle. Absolutely worth your time because all four of these apps are super high quality. You got a great reverb in there, you got a great delay, and a really cool chorus, and they're all really lightweight. So, and Kymatica, they make great apps. What can I say? Russ says here, I will pick old tracks in the community as well as new. So hopefully some great old stuff to get listened to as well. Yeah, so me and Russ talked about this yesterday on Clubhouse, that, you know, I would love to play more people's songs on the show. But, hey, I try and play one song at the beginning, and I try and pick songs that I'm not going to get a copyright claim on. Because if I get a claim, then all the rest of the show that I do, the hard work that I do, gets lost, you know. So I try and pick stuff that I won't get claimed on. Plus, this is a good way to share some other people's music without playing a video. And thank you, Russ, for doing this. I think it's a really cool idea. So remember, head over, click that link that Russ has put in there to check out Tim's latest track, Texas Jackdaw. It's really cool. I was at the premiere yesterday. It's wicked. Tomorrow, what are we doing? We are looking at some sound packs for this wicked app. And I did a show on this last year, I think, called Frames. Frames is a really cool app. If you haven't seen the app before, go back, FRMS, Frames. Go and watch the show I did on this already. Check it out. And tomorrow we're going to look at a bunch of the in-app purchases, which aren't too expensive as well. And man, are these sounds demented. They are really off the planet. And hopefully I'll use a couple of these in this loopy track that I've been working on. And hopefully that'll inspire me to finish this thing, bring it home for the day after. And hopefully we can upload this track finally to DistroKid. Fingers crossed. I'm trying to get back some of that inspiration. So I'm going to use Frames and have a look at the amazing sounds in here to try and get some inspiration to finish this bloody track after doing yesterday's show on creativity and lack of inspiration. Yeah, because you got to find inspiration where you possibly can. Beautiful. Hey, guys. Hey, Michael Nervous. Hope you're doing well. As also good to see you and Derek as well. Have a great day, folks, and I will see you in the soup. Remember, at the end of this week, we have a sick interview with Venus DeMars, who's just a killer artist. You're going to want to be here for it, and DistroKid will be sponsoring the show. As usual, do the things that make you happy. Remember, mistakes make us better, and we all rise together. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.